Alright, welcome to Star Drive 2 Let's Play. Oh, wow, I just got that all mixed up. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Drive 2 with Stellar Pachyderm. I'm your host, and let's continue the Chuck campaign. I actually don't know if I might have been one or two turns ahead on my last episode. I should go check and see, but I actually hadn't saved this in an actual save when I last quit. I had to load up an autosave, so I might have lost a turn or two. I do remember we were getting ready to take the war to the humans, wipe them out, and then take on the polyp synopsis, or symbiosis, I mean. We just finished wiping these guys out and trying out the battleship class that I designed here. So, that's just an old sniper cruiser. It's got 4 battleships, 2 transports. I'm going to probably want to have transports of this fleet. Yeah, I could, let's go ahead and get these infantry rocking and rolling. But apparently I don't have the second type saved. Not sure why. Let's see here. This, and a knife. I don't want to, right. Right. Alright, and haven't explored here. There's a colony here we can take. It's just a single transport ship, I'm sure. Are all these guys needing upgrades? Oop, I hate when I do that. Hit the X instead of the arrow over. I wish there's like they were a little bit bigger, maybe. And see how this one highlights and this one doesn't. Like the little square around it. I like the square around it because it makes it feel like I'm on it. There's nothing for that up here. Oh well, my little minor gripes. Yeah, everything else looks good. Alright. Alright, now we need to make sure we have 2 shielders. Yep, and then 4 non-shielders. Launch. Yeah. What? Apparently, I have 2 fleets stacked on top of each other. And the one transports went into the one fleet. Alright, that was interesting. I never seen that happen before. I actually didn't know there was 2 fleets stacked on top of each other there. Those little things. Not really that important. I think we're about ready to process this next turn coming up. Getting ready to process it. Now, we could probably prosecute both wars simultaneously, but it's going to be a little bit risky, I feel. Just because the border is so big between these two. Like, if I were to fight both of these simultaneously, I would have to invade, like, I'd be having enemy fleets coming at me from 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 directions simultaneously. I really don't want to go through that mess. If I fight just the humans and then just the polyps, I'll only be facing 2 to 3 fleet directions at a time. Well, let's see here. You give me all of your credits and a colony. No tolerance? Oh, okay. Sucks to be you. Because guess who's here? That's right, me. I'm here. Yeah, let's do it. I want to auto that so bad. It seems like such a bad idea. Oh my. That moment when you just want to auto run the gameplay, but you're like, but bad things will happen if I do. And hey, since the last episode, I have gotten a new mouse, so clicking once works again. Hooray! Uh, yeah, my poor mouse. I love that mouse. I actually got the stuff to replace the feet with, so I can take it apart and hopefully clean it and get it working again. It was a great mouse. All right. Ow! 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 Took some minor armor damage, nothing major. There we go. Alrighty. First conquest, 6 minutes into the recording. Hooray! I just realized that I have some... wow. Darn, they got a Starbase up there before I got there. Alright, well, in that case, I just realized there's some questions on my YouTube channel, or some comments, that on the latest video that I haven't seen. I don't remember ever reading them, and yeah, I thought I'd been keeping up to date on my comments. I saw one this morning. I replied to it, but I'm looking at it in my other monitor, and there's one from 3 weeks ago that I don't remember ever seeing. So I am very sorry, Tenshi Soren. I'll reply to that after this video. I'll look at that. Sorry about that. Okay. That old problem where you can fight the world fences and actually land. My eardrums. Alright. And we have a laser rifle on the far side here, and a laser rifle back here. world conquered for the Chuck affiliation? I think it's affiliation. We'll go with affiliation. Another world conquered for the affiliation. Alright, sure. Realistically, do you think those guys would be able to damage me? Let's find out how much damage I'll take from this. Oh, it looks like RNG didn't kill me. Looks like I didn't take any damage. That's nice. Alright, let's move over there. I sort of rolled the dice on that because I really didn't want to go through the fight against that few enemy ships. And I'm like, will the RNG decide that I lose battleships when I'm fighting corvettes and 2 corvettes and 2 frigates? Will RNG hate me? Apparently it didn't hate me that time. But it was a risk. I've had similar instances go horribly, horribly wrong in the past. Not that one. Not that one either. And we can put on that and then trade goods. Alright, close. Alright, and then we are going to punch deeper in with that troop. Of course. Really? Where are you going? Can't out of that. I'm leaning really heavily towards doing my next run as a no shield run. Who are you shooting at? You shooting at this guy? Well, 2 shots at 2 people so far. It looks like you're shooting at this guy. Rotate to take this on the side. He swapped targets. Oh, right on my nose. Oh no, one of those hit the tail. Ah! I clicked off my screen. Alright, there we go. Minimal damage. I have noticed, this is with the latest patch, those star bases are a lot tougher than they used to be. A lot tougher. And a little bit nastier. Because that looks like they have 2 railguns and a Gauss cannon, which is a fair amount of firepower. And they're actually surviving quite a long time. I used to be able to take them on no sweat with just 2 battleships, and I basically wouldn't even lose shield power. Alright, who's got the lasers? In the middle has a laser, and on the end down here. really want to use this guy's 2 sets of action points to shoot at one of these guys, but one's inside my range, the other one's outside my range. So annoying. So annoying. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, since he already took damage, I'm moving him out. Hopefully he'll go after that guy. There we go. Pretty clean victory there. I really wish the ground weaponry was a little bit more interesting in the fact that laser rifles, as it stands, are just as effective as the researched weapons are, and oftentimes more effective. The fusion blaster that you can get from the emission would be very effective if it ignored armor. And what you have to go through to get to it sort of would justify having it cut through armor. I wouldn't see an issue with that at all. From a balance standpoint. Just from a balance standpoint, I don't see a problem with that for it cutting through armor. But I mean, each shot is blocked by armor, and so it does 4 or 5 shots, super fast succession. But they're blocked by armor, so you only do like 1 damage a shot if they're wearing heavy armor. And the AI wears body armor on his troops, so you never actually do any damage with it. You want orbital habitat. What do you have that I could find useful for killing you? He has heavy weapons. Actually, heavy weapons. I would really like heavy weapons. There's no way you take orbital habitat for heavy weapons, because orbital habitat's at 900 value, which means I need something cheaper than 900 value, and there's literally nothing less than 900 value that I want. Absolutely nothing. Like fusion beams, but fusion beams aren't really that amazing. I'm not using beam weapons this run. I didn't take the bonuses to beam weapons, I took the bonuses to cannons. And like everything else is super expensive, point-wise. Orbital habitats aren't... See, that's the thing, orbital habitats aren't a very valuable technology, but they're incredibly powerful. They're an incredibly powerful technology. So it's like if you don't take the power of them into consideration, sure, but I mean, if you do take the power of them into consideration... Oh no, I clicked twice there. I completely derped that. Oh well. Maneuver. Look how resilient this thing is. That is ridiculous. How much damage I'm doing to it, and it's barely, it's going down, but it's taking forever. And he doesn't even have as good of armor technology as me. I'm pretty sure that's steel. Or maybe duranium. It's certainly not better than that. He doesn't have my Eddie armor, I forget what it's called. And he doesn't have armor above that. Again, I can't remember if that's titanium. Is that titanium? Because you're greedily colonizing as well, buddy, that's why. Lol. Airplane farm after. I almost violated my own rule. Real bank, spaceport. Just let introduce that. One of those, that. Sounds good. Um. Okay. Let's take Earth. And your colony ship. I had that for a second. There it is. Alright, what do you have? I'm not even going to bother setting up. He doesn't have a laser rifle, so I wouldn't get any benefit from setting up particularly. Well, he'll just run into me and die anyways to my laser rifles. Oh my. I got animated reactors. Here's the question. So animated reactors, 250. 150. So I'd get 100 more energy a reactor. Yep. Yep. The only downside to emitters is they don't come in the extra large version, but they are more efficient on a per tile basis than the extra large version. Which means I could theoretically, and I'm not using the extra large version on here, so if I were to do that, wait a second, how much energy did I have before? Because I had more than enough before. I don't want to redo the calculations. I had plus 92 before. Okay, so I really don't need... Plus 127? And it's more than enough reactor power. Plus 227. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has steel or plasteel, the humans do. I don't think he has Zentronium, and I'm pretty certain that he doesn't have Tritanium. Pretty sure he doesn't. He might have Tritanium. I don't think he does. Alright, let's go ahead and launch our troops. Get our new colony here, building. He's already got the key starter stuff built, so we'll go ahead and put on some of this, some of that, a little bit of this, starbase, trade goods, alright. And then, where do we want this? We can't colonize anymore, we've been warned, that's right. We cannot actually colonize until after the war is with the humans done. So we will reposition these guys to invade from this side. So we want to put this fleet up here. Honestly, I don't need any of these ships in the fleet. They don't, like, I don't need them anywhere. They're fine where they're at. Like, it doesn't matter. Let's build some more Devastators. Oh, I was actually going to, I didn't save that the new design, did I? I sure didn't. Right. Antimatter, and more shields in the core. Call this the Mark III. Save. Alright. And then edit roster. We want that to be the Mark III. We'll just put on some more battleships to be built. 7 turns of battleship here on this world. This is a manufacturing world. That's pretty good rate. That's a pretty good rate. That should be Orden. The other planets that I'm attacking this turn should be Sol. Or that I should be attacking this turn should be Sol. I'm really thinking about doing the next run as a no shields Kilrathi run. I think that'd be really fun. They're sort of like, they seem like a race that's all about the armor and not about the shielding. Their ships are very, very large and bulky, so they seem like they'd be well suited for, ideologically, for an all armor run. Capture? Wait, did I just capture? No, that wasn't Sol that I just captured. I don't think. Oh, no, okay, it wasn't. Okay. That was the planet I just attacked that I captured. Okay. Here we have Earth. Get everyone boosted in. And then heal over. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. All right, another victory. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a fight down here on the ground. 2, maybe 3 lasers among them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mind, 4 lasers. The good thing about the laser troops, they're easier to kill. They have less HP. Bad news about the laser troops. They do have ranged. Alright, in turn. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. The computer wants to see me lose a troop. Fortunately, apparently, the computer's really dumb. Yeah. Actually, it comes as no surprise the computer's really dumb. It's just fortunate that the computer's really dumb when you misclick like that. Oh my. I misclicked so hard there. Hey, don't worry, little plants. My ships are just passing through on the way to conquest the humans, and then they'll be back for real this time. You know, they'll actually come for real this time. Imperial Bank. And trade goods. And be back here. Devastator Mark II being built. Yeah, Mark IIs can keep being built. I don't really care. There's not that big of a difference between a Mark II and a Mark III. Alright, so what do we want to research? We want to research Class 3 shields? I think Class 3 shields is what we want next. Where did my ships try to engage the polyps at? Alright, another victory. Hooray! Don't worry, you'll live in peace soon. Very, very soon. Under the benevolent rule of the Chuck. Where you'll only be asked to, every now and again, garnish side dishes for my gourmet chefs. Maybe I just went a little dark there. I think it was my ships were flying past here and we're like, hey, we can engage these guys. I'm like, please don't. Not yet. Might have gone a little dark. Let's just... There we go. Take the first volley on the nose, and then we'll go ahead and rotate. Alright. Took some tail damage. Actually, it went through the tail and hit there and there. That was a very interesting shot where it hit. Alrighty. Alrighty, Imperial Banks, Orbital Habitat, Biospheres, Starbase. There we go. Oops, I clicked off screen. You guys can't see it, but I clicked off screen. Alright, and then, so we captured that one. Go ahead and move down here to the belt. Humans might be annoying there. Okay, so it looks like the world is right over there. A lot of people might say, oh, that the star bases are severely underpowered, and the only response I have to the people who say that is that in every single 4X game I've ever played, Mu 2 is no exception, Mu 1 was no exception. Trying to balance stationary defenses versus mobile attack forces almost invariably isn't possible to balance. Stationary defense forces can be easily overwhelmed by a mobile force. And if it were any other way, there'd be no point to playing the game because the attacking force can never win. the same time, late game makes static defenses almost useless. So there's no real way to get a fine line of balance there. Either you'll easily overwhelm, at which point it's almost like why bother building them, or you'll have it so that they just crush all attacking forces, in which case why have them in the game from a gameplay perspective. Wait. Okay, yeah. I clicked on the name. That's what happened. Alright. So that happened. Ran out of fuel. Nice. Right before getting to the planet. Which means that as soon as I take care of this stuff back here, I just realized he's coming through this wormhole here, which means it probably ends up somewhere right around here, which would make a short hop there. He's actually got some cruisers in here. Let's fight it. See what he's got. No defenses. He's got some cruisers. Alrighty. He's got a fairly dangerous fleet here, actually. I just lost my engine section. Reactor blue. This one's lost its reactor section. His fleet just killed me. Yep. Yep. My engine section's with blue. Yep. There you have it. Missile spam is an effective weapon, folks. Missile spam is an effective weapon. Especially when you got mass drivers in that quantity. Unfortunately, I had to close the distance on those railguns. And because of that, the missile spam killed me. I didn't have adequate point defense on those ships. The Mark III, yeah, it's like I have 4 flat cannons on each ship, and some lasers. Really, the biggest weakness I currently have is I have Delta shields and Class 2 shields. I need the Class 3s. I really need the Class 3s. If I'd had the class 3s, I probably wouldn't have died there. Oh. He's captured that planet because they had no defenses yet. I clicked on the starbase. Oh. Yeah, I'm losing money. Oh, it's because I was at 0% tax rate. How was I at 0% tax rate? I don't remember. Sort of amusing that I was, though. Alright, so class 3 shields are now researched. We can make a Mark IV. Let's design a Mark IV real quick. Please, no. So we'll take the Mark III and improve it. And then we need to go to system, and reactors. So we went up to 64,000 shields on the nose. 64,000 from... Six times 8 is 2,400. Plus 6 is 8,400. So we went from 17,000 shields on the front to 64,000 shields on the front. Bit of a jump. That is the biggest weakness of the previous design, was just not having class 3 shields. Like, we could have used class 2 shields on it. Could have used class 2 shields, but they come in this awkward shape that is really not conducive to the Chuck ship. Like, I could put a class 2 shield down here. I could put class 2 shields down here on the previous design. It would have worked fine. Having class 2 shields here, and then putting those 2 modules in these 2 slots. That would have worked. But there's nowhere up here, really, to fit the class 2 shield generator and still maintain our weapon loadout and defensive plating. Which is unfortunate. Alright. We also had a big jump in the overall core shield strength. Now it's 16,000 shields covering the whole ship. Now, if there's one thing I could change about the game, I would make it so that the core shields in the core would be applied after the sector shields. Like if I could designate where the core shields would go, if they would go outside or inside the sector shields, I'd put them inside the sector shields, because I really want them here to guard my rear. That's all I really want the core shield for. I want to put the core shield here to guard my rear. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just do that? Ta-da! Problem solved. Downside to this design right here being I lose my front, I lose all my power generation, basically, and the ship's dead in the water, and the core is extremely vulnerable to taking damage. Call this the Devastator Mark IV. Save. Alrighty. Close. Okay, we want you guys here. Okay. You need to stop building what you're building. Edit raster.